Hi guys, this is Tam. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to start participating in the Junk Journal January challenge, and it is hosted by Meg, and she has a channel here on YouTube, and her channel name is Meg Journals, and I'll post it here on the screen in just a few minutes, but I will also link it down below in the description of my video. So basically a challenge that encourages people to junk journal. And it's been a minute since I uploaded a junk journal video here on my channel, but I do want to get back into doing junk journaling this year, 2022, and so this will be a great way for me to kick that off. So that's what I decided to do, and so I hope you guys are having a great new year, and that you brought it in your own way, and that you guys are really looking forward to an exciting 2022. So I'm just doing a little flip through of my journal. I did it in the accordion style, which is what I did for December daily, and I'll be uploading a flip through of my December daily in a few days. So I'm excited to show you guys what my final product of my December daily was. But I did it in the accordion style, and I am loving this style, and I am loving the final outcome of once all the pages are put together, how it feels in my hand, and how, you know, I really love working in it. So I'm just really excited to have decided to join this challenge, and I'm hoping that I keep up with all 31 days. So that's what we're going to be doing on today. So I'm going to put Meg's information here on the screen so that you guys can go to her channel if you're interested in participating in this challenge. So her channel name is Meg Journals, and the hashtag for this channel for the challenge is hashtag Junk Journal January. So you can search that on YouTube, you can search it on Instagram, and you can see all the people that are participating. So as I get started with showing you guys the process for my first entry in my junk journal, I am going to go through some of the things that I'm going to be using. So I used to get a subscription called Redan. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it or not. I'm sorry. But I'll spell it for you, and it is Reteller. So she has a subscription box, and you can go online and you can search for it and you'll find it, I'm sure. But I was getting this subscription box for like a year or so, and so I decided to pull from that stash for this particular subscription box and use some of those elements in my junk journal on today. And so I also excuse me, I also have my own little stash that I, you know, use bits and pieces from here on my desk as well. So I keep that little pocket, and I go in, you know, and pull some things out of that, you know, as I do my process videos as well. I'm sorry, I have a frog in my throat. I hope I'm not coming down with something. I have water here that I'm trying to help mask that if I can. But I think I mentioned I'm going to be doing prompts 1, 2, and 3 on today. Prompt 1 is new beginnings, prompt 2 is little moments, and prompt 3 is torn edges. And you can use these prompts in your own way as per Meg. So again, you just go to her channel and she'll give you all the information about, you know, this challenge and what her idea was when she was putting it together. So I'm going through my little stash of elements that I keep on my desk that I just mentioned before, and I'm going to incorporate some of the items that I got from the subscription box that I just mentioned, and I'm just going to put together a page that I like. One thing for certain, I tried not to make it overly complicated. You guys know that is a common theme here on my channel, because I don't want to turn journaling into a job. I want to enjoy it, and so that means keep it as stress-free as possible. So if, you know, if simple is what looks good to me on any given day, then that's what I go for. And And sometimes you just don't have to think about it. You can just start putting elements down on the page and see what the ultimate goal is going to be, or the ultimate, or the end result. Yeah, you can see what the end result is going to be once you're done putting everything together. So I love to collage, especially when I journal, and so that's what I did for the most part with these 3 pages. So I'm just going through again this subscription stash just to see what kind of little elements that I want to use as I put my page together. And so this subscription service for this particular kit, it's a monthly kit. It comes away from I want to say somewhere like China, or it may be Hong Kong, it may even be Tokyo, somewhere like that. But in the beginning, when I first started getting the subscription, I would get it, in relatively decent time. But once COVID happened, the shipping was just delayed, and so a lot of the things that I used to get subscriptions for, I'm no longer, renewing, because it takes too long to get them. And so this was one of the subscriptions that I canceled. And I also canceled Planners Anonymous, and I also canceled my subscription to Daphne's Diary, because all of those come from out of the US, and so it just takes way too long to get stuff from other places now since the pandemic started. So again, I start with a collage, and I'm just putting all kinds of bits and pieces together on my page. I don't overcomplicate the collage process. I just layer, and I layer until it looks good to me. This is like a little vellum piece that I'm putting down now, and I just use some Fabri-Tac glue on the back to adhere it to the page. I thought it was a sticker initially, but it's vellum. And so it's transparent, but the color is kind of like a brownish color, and it has black print on it, so you can't totally see through it, but you can see like some shadowing from beneath the page. So I put that down, and then I'm just layering another little piece on top of that. I'm using some washi from my stash, and with this subscription, it comes with washi too. So I don't know which washi came with this particular month, January 2021, which is the month that I'm using to do these processes. But all of the subscriptions came with washi. It came with, all kinds of little ephemera bits, and it came with some, what do you call them, acrylic stamps. So you definitely get your money's worth. But again, I have more than I need already, so I don't necessarily need any more subscriptions anyway. But I just didn't like the fact that it was taking so long to get everything mailed, to us, or to, not necessarily, I don't think it was her fault. I think it just took a while for it to come from one place to its final destination, and I didn't like that. So, and again, I have way more than I need, so it gives me an opportunity to catch up on using some of the stuff that I already have. So I'm putting together my page. You can see it there. Just adding some final elements with the washi tape. That little pink strip that I put down first with that black dot on it, that is from some packaging I got from something that I ordered. And so you can use bits and pieces like that in your journaling as well, which is one of the great things about junk journaling. You can use a lot of scraps and packaging and labels and different things that you would normally throw away. You can just use them in your journaling. So now that I've put my page together, I'm going to use my black Staedtler pen, and I am going to just do some journaling here. And I'm just going to journal about the prompt for this day, which was new beginnings. So, I just journal about what new beginnings mean to me, coming into a brand new year, and, just how I'm just trying to stay positive and just looking forward to great things that await me this year. I'm just going to proclaim that. I'm not going to get negative, and we don't know what's going to happen. And no matter what happens, we're still alive. So that's something to celebrate, right? So finishing up my journaling here on the page, and then I am going to search for another page to journal about day 2. And day 2's prompt was little moments. And so you'll see that in just a second. And so I just like the way words looked on these pages. Once I got through decorating everything, I just liked, the way that handwriting looked on top of the page. And so I know my handwriting isn't the best, and sometimes it's not even legible, but that's okay. I still like the way it looked. So I'm going to take my date stamp. Initially I started to write the date, but instead I just chose to get out my date stamp with some black archival ink from Ranger, and I'm just going to stamp January 1st, 2022 on this first page. And then I'm going to move on to page number 2. Side note, one of the things that I used to put this particular accordion journal together was the paper pack from Tim Holtz, that wallpaper paper pack. So a lot of the prints that you see in this journal came from Tim Holtz. I used quite a bit of book pages and music paper and all that kind of stuff too, but I used a lot of Tim Holtz wallpaper collection for my base, and then I just collaged on top of them. So I'm going through the stash again to find some bits and pieces that I can use to put page 2 together. And one of the things that I noticed as I went through this particular kit for January 2021, and it kind of gives you an idea as to how long it takes for the subscription box to get to you. But even though I got this box in January of 2021, the theme seemed to have geared towards autumn or fall. And so some of the stuff, was, for me, general. I could use it no matter what time of year it is. But I saw that there was definitely a theme, an autumnal theme in this particular month. So she probably mailed it out sometime in September, October, but I didn't get it until January. So that kind of gives you an idea as to what I was talking about before in regards to how long it started to take to get the boxes. So I'm using some strips of washi tape that came in the subscription, and I'm putting that down on my page. And so I'm just ripping it because I like the torn edges. And again, I'm going for that collage look. I just like that when I journal. And so I just layer pieces on top of pieces until it looks the way I want it to look, or acceptable at the very least, because I don't really know what look I'm going for when I go into it. But as I just start layering stuff on top of the page, I get to a point where I like it, and then I just I stop. So I'm using my Fabri-Tac to adhere just little bits and pieces. Again, it's a mix of stuff from my own little stash. So again, if you're not into subscription services and you believe in just using what you already have without purchasing anything additional, you can put together your own little vintage ephemera kit and have it at your disposal to pull from. Because I'm sure we all have enough stuff to put together our own little kit. So, but I did find myself using from my own, just bits and pieces, and it's just paper pieces from journals and different things that I've made, and just can't throw away. So I just use those bits and pieces to kind of put together any future projects or pages or layouts and things like that. So I had this stamped image on some Happy Mail that I sent out back in September, October of last year, and I like that stamped image, so I decided to just rip that apart, and I'm making a tip in here, and that's just like a little piece of grid paper that came out of the kit, and I'm gonna, you know, tape that down, and then I'm going to collage a little bit on top of it, and then I'm going to collage a little bit on the back of it, and then I'm going to write my journaling on there. So that's what you're seeing now, is just me put together that little tip in. And I love tip ins. I like my journal to have flips and tuck spots and things like that. So again, I'm just looking forward to going through this Junk Journal January challenge, and just excited about, you know, every prompt and how things are going to look when I'm done. So, and vintage journaling, I just love it. I love the browns and the neutrals, and just having that distressed look. I just love that worn traditional vintage look. So this is the back of the little piece of grid paper, and I put the washi on there, a little Cricut, and I tried to pull it up, but it was not happening. I could tell that I was getting ready to rip the paper, so I just left it alone. And so not gonna do too much more. Put that little washi at the top, but I'm gonna eventually end up covering that up with a piece of that label that I used on the first page. The other piece of it, I'm going to attach it. There you see it. I'm going to attach it to the top of the page, and that's where I'm going to stamp my date after I do some journaling. So I'm not making the journaling process overly complicated either. I'm just writing, you know, literally just a little small paragraph of what the prompt means to me, and just or what I like about the prompt or whatever. And I'm just, you know, sticking stuff down mostly because that just, I like it. It just brings me joy to just use stickers and washi tape and stuff like that. So I took a botanical floral piece from my stash, and I just trimmed it down to fit on this grid paper because I still felt like, you know, something was missing there. And so I just decided to put a little botanical washi flake there, and so that's what you see me doing right now. And I liked that, you know, what it brought to the page. So you can do something really small that makes a big difference, so you don't have to go all out. Sometimes you can just keep it simple, and it'll still give you the end result that you're probably looking for. So I am going to do my journaling. I believe there is nothing else I cannot. Oh, apparently there is. I grabbed my Tim Holtz words again, and I'm going to put one of those on that grid paper as well, right on the front beside that botanical piece that I just laid down. And it just says, for thy sweet love remembered. So, and now I'm going to do my journaling. It seemed to have been some forgetfulness on my part as to when I finally was done, but I'm definitely done now. I'm doing my journaling, and then I'm going to stamp my date at the top of the page. So how are you guys doing while I do a little bit of journaling there on screen? Let me know what you guys are working on for the month of January. Leave a comment down below. Thumbs up the video, and share my channel with someone who may be interested in what I do here. I have tons of videos. I delete tons of videos too, so I try to kind of keep my channel clean. Old stuff that isn't really getting a lot of views, that people don't appear to be interested in, I just clean house, go through there, delete that stuff, and get it out the way to make way for new stuff that you guys appear to like more. So I like to do it, and if you guys like to watch it, then I'll upload it. But if I like to do it and you guys don't necessarily like to watch it, then I'll just, do it off screen for my own personal pleasure. So I don't just want to upload videos that you guys aren't interested in seeing. So let me know down below what things you guys are looking forward to seeing from me this year. And we'll see if we're on the same page. So I want to do more junk journaling. I want to do more Hobonichi. I want to do more glue booking. And I want to do more art journaling, mixed media journaling. So I hope to get around to doing all of those things this year on this channel. And I am just aiming for more consistency this year, developing a schedule and just sticking to it, and hopefully grow my channel a little bit more. I think I did pretty good last year in terms of growth, but I want to set another goal and just try to meet that this year as well. I'm working on prompt 3, page number 3, which is torn edges. So I took it literally in terms of decorating my page. I just took bits and pieces of paper and I just tore it, and then I glued it down. And so that's what you're seeing me do right now. And this page, I think, was the simplest of both pages. I'm trying to find it here because I like to look at it when I talk to you guys about it. But I didn't make this page overly complicated at all. I put down some torn pieces of paper, and then I took this envelope and I distressed around it, and then I'm going to take one of the cards from that subscription service, and I'm going to write on the back for my journaling, and I put some washi tape around it. And so I didn't make this one complicated at all. There was a couple of things that I kind of wanted to do once I got done recording, but then I was like, I'm gonna just leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it the way it is. And so that's what I did. So I didn't do anything extra that you guys aren't going to see here on camera. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with the flap of this envelope. It just seemed to have been in the way, and I was just trying to figure out, because my card is shorter than the envelope and I didn't want to lose it. So I'm just going to let my card kind of hang out the top of the envelope to make it look longer than the envelope, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want to lose the fact that there is, a journaling card in the envelope, and so I didn't want to stick it all the way down in there and then couldn't see it. So I just left it, and I didn't want to tear the envelope either, because it has like some numbers on the envelope flap, and I like that. And then but I like the card, and I didn't want to cut it down, and I didn't want to glue it on the outside of the envelope or anything like that. So I just kind of left it hanging out the top. I am going to put my date in that little box on the envelope. So that's what you're seeing me do right now. I'm going to do some close-ups of my final pages, and I'm going to let you guys see those in just a second. Again, I'm excited about the new year. I hope you guys are as well. And just leave any questions or comments that you have down below. Again, thumbs up the video, share my channel. And if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. So I think that's about it. I'm going to let you guys watch the rest of the video without commentary. It's always a pleasure. I hope you guys know that, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I love jumping on here, interacting with you guys, and I cannot wait to see you in my next video. Bye!